fire. I got fireballs.
Yeah, this is a custom item.
How the fuck do I do that?
You just write the name in, and it won't, like, auto...
Firebolt. Okay.
And just mark down somewhere in the description that you've got, like, 7 I'll send you...
Like,
I'm pretty sure I sent you the stats.
6, 5. I got 4 charges left. Right? 4, 5. Yeah, 4 charges left.
4 out of 7 charges. Yeah, there should be a spot between whether or not it's attuned and its name. A little spot right there if you're using that character sheet. Write it in there.
Okay, got it.
See, and here. I'm pretty sure I sent you all this information the last...
No, I tried to put it in.
Or no, I didn't. I guess I didn't send it to you. Here is all the information.
I was in my head. So 7 minus 2 is not 4.
No, but it's before he gave it to you. Arthur used the charge, so it's at 4.
Damn it, Arthur! You can't
All right.
Stop agreeing with your charges.
Where are you gonna move?
Oh, okay, right.
Or if you're gonna move at all, there's still 3 enemies down in this section of the hallway. Mordecai just ran up behind you.
If I ran up, it'd be fucking like stupid right now. So
of course.
Yeah, because if I go up, I'm gonna be like, hey guys, remember me?
What's good?
What's good in the hood, guys?
They're breakdancing.
Okay, I'm gonna try and use my stealth powers to move.
Go back to hiding.
No.
I mean, you wanna know what the stealthiest thing in the world is?
What?
Just going into this room over here so they can't see you at all.
Go.
Basically, just hide in a box. You can't find.
You got 2 little drawers that you can curl up in and a whole stove.
Okay.
You literally have a orc-sized shield in front of you.
Yeah.
Here's my plan, right? I'm gonna try this. Can I move somehow over to, like, at the very least, this table, stealthily?
No.
This table.
That's not a table, that's a barrel.
You can make it up. You can make it about here and try and roll a stealth test, but everything's pretty exposed right now.
Okay, yeah, alright, fuck it. I'm staying here then.
Alright.
I'm gonna hunker down here.
The goblin that you stepped up in front of Zali drops his bow, draws his scimitar, and goes in for a swing, and that's a natural 20.
Wait, isn't it with a disadvantage?
Oh, it is with disadvantage, you're right. Well, that's a 19 with modifiers.
Fine.
So he hits you, but it's not a natural 20, you're right.
Yeah.
For all the good it does. That is... That's an 8. That's 10 points of damage.
Oof.
You're at 1, aren't you?
1 HP.
Oh my god.
Moving down
Yes.
Good luck.
Alright, and for his action, he's just going to kind of slide
Oh, fuck it.
5, 10, 15 feet around you. He's still within melee range. He's not disengaging. Bram, it's your turn. Or actually, he can't. Actually, he can disengage as a minor action, so... Or as a bonus action, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Wait,
Oh, that's a hole. No. He's not moving there. He's in front of Arthur now. Bram, it's your turn.
Wait, don't I get an advantage, like, opportunity attack?
No, goblins can use a bonus action to disengage, so that means no.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, they're slippery buggers.
Fuck them. Not literally.
I hope they slide into a pothole and die.
You've never seen any of Kanekuo's art, have you?
I hope they fall, break their spine, and go face first, crotch, and suck their own dicks.
I hope they fall into the pit and go corona.
Wow!
Wow.
Wow!
Wow.
You should make a... Wow. Okay, Michaela, I swear to God, that sounds exactly like Owen when he says it.
Wow.
Like, if you listen to him, it's exactly
Okay.
the same.
Guys, okay, I have a really quick story I'm going to tell you because I just remembered it and I'll forget. So, really quick.
Yes.
So my brother's been doing this, like, I don't know where he got it from, but it's like this whole little monologue thing, and he goes, he's like, "You're not Mickey. What the fuck?" But he does it in Goofy's voice. So he's been going around the house doing it. Well, the other day we were at my grandma's, but he stayed home, and apparently the Canada Post guy showed up, and my brother heard him, and he opened the door to see what was going on, and he's like, the only thing that came out of my mouth was, "You're not Mickey. What the fuck?" Scared the Canada Post guy. He went running down the driveway.
Wow.
Oh god.
What did you say?
My brother scared the Canada Post by yelling at him in a goofy voice that he wasn't.
You're not Mickey. What
What the fuck?
How dare you not be?
That is so stupid. That sounds like something Luca would do.
He's like, my train's not perfect for this. I'm running.
Like apparently he jumped back, like looked so scared, and like ran down the driveway.
Here's your package.
All right, Bram, it's your turn. You got a whole cluster of enemies right up ahead.
Jump on them like Mario.
Let me see. That's a good idea.
Spell of levitation. Go.
Let's see.
Dave summons a gust of wind, hurls Bram into the air.
No, I'm gonna use another.
He's like, it's me, Bram.
I got. Okay, I'm gonna aim at this goblin here. And it's 20 feet away, so I'm range.
Okay, keep in mind that you have a +2 bonus to damage on melee attacks because you're raging.
Oh, true. That's a good idea. Charge.
All right, an actual proper charge, or are you just moving and hitting?
I'm gonna move and then I'm gonna.
All right, you moving up to the goblin or the kobold then?
The goblin.
All right, roll to attack.
Ooh. So it looks like a miss.
What did you get?
10.
Yeah, well, hang on a second. Don't you have reckless attack?
Let's see.
You are level 2.
Yeah.
Okay, remember, as part of your attack, you can choose to make it a reckless attack, and that gives you advantage on the roll, but anybody who attacks you until your next turn has advantage on you.
Yeah, I'll make it reckless attack.
Alright.
Why not?
You gotta remember these things, man.
You have the best way of all of us. You really should remember these things.
Alright, take
You're like our accountant.
Alright, well, it misses either way. So you bring the axe down, it passes in front of him and misses, but the goblin realizes his mistake. Oh shit, where did he go?
I'm gonna get fucking bum rushed next turn.
With the spear of the butt.
Oh shit. I'm raged, but I did a reckless attack.
No. Dave shouts, Johnny
But
belt buckle it all.
Your belt buckle it all.
Yeah, that's right.
Your belt buckle better be extra reinforced.
Dude, I feel like Bram's and his belt buckle, like their star button fucking belt.
Yeah,
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Instead of like
Yeah.
saying Google it.
Okay.
just belt
Sorry,
buckle.
I thought my audio was glitching.
Belt buckle, zipper.
All right, the goblin drops his bow, takes out his scimitar, and swings at you. Oh shit! Wow. Okay. His best roll was a 13. I take it that doesn't hit.
Nope.
Okay, Zali, it's your turn. That slippery little bastard just ran behind you to try and take on Arthur.
Zali will just like Zali with his scimitar at hand jumps just moves this way and swings at the goblin with his double-bladed scimitar.
Roll an attack.
It's Beyblade.
Killer. Okay, please don't just talk over everything.
Sorry.
I love you, man.
Alright. Alright, here we go.
Oh, come on. Man.
Oh God.
Son of a bitch.
You swing with a good 2 inches to spare, and the goblin glances behind him like, does something happen?
Fuck. I feel
Son of a bitch.
my
Alright. I shall use
Alright.
my bonus action to use second wind.
Okay, I think that means you roll a d10 and add 2 to your hit points.
Yep.
What?
10 plus.
Yep, once per long rest, I think fighters at level 2 can basically get their set. Ooh!
Haha!
All right,
So, wait,
that
did
means
you just get the 12?
you add the 12 to the 1, so you're at 13.
Nice.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
All right, if you guys want to remember, if you click on your tokens and you see those little values above your head,
Yeah.
you can change those if you want.
What?
So if you guys
Yeah,
want to
I'm
better
just
keep
thinking
track
about
of your hit
character sheet.
points or your altitude or your temporary hit points or whatever, you can use those little dots there.
Yeah, I was using my character sheet.
Okay, fair enough. That works too. It's Yohawk's turn, and standing up for the first time in this fight, he sees the goblin that you're having so much trouble with and just sniffs and lunges in for a bite. First attack the dragon makes, he rolls a natural 20.
Ooh.
Alright, so that's a d10 plus 3 piercing damage plus 1d6 lightning.
Jesus.
Overkill.
8 plus 3 is 11, plus 5 is 16 points of lightning damage. The goblin turns around, looks at you, and gives you the nastiest stink eye ever, Zoe. And as you're catching your second wind, just feeling the intensity, ready to, for the fight to continue and for him to swing at you, Yohawk just, with his neck, just bites down on the goblin's head. The goblin's whole head disappears into the dragon wormling's maw, and he just shakes like a crocodile, and you just hear bone snapping inside the goblin's body as Yohawk shakes and boom, throws the body across the room over here, and he just slams into the wall with a wet thwack.
Thwack.
And as he's shaking him, you can see electricity coursing through the goblin's body, and just smoke rising off of him as he slams into the wall and the bookshelf. You know what? With a hit like that, this bookshelf just collapses on him. Thunk. And Yohawk
Thing.
snorts and looks at you and says, "Was that so difficult?"
You got burned by a dragon.
20. Before turning off in this direction and running down the hallway, passing by all three of you, and going to assist Bram. It's this kobold's turn. Seeing an ally... Oh, Jesus. Technically, he already has advantage, because at least one ally is next to you, Bram. So that doesn't really do anything for him. He's still attacking you with advantage.
Oh, shit.
His highest roll is a 15. I take it that doesn't hit.
Nope.
Ping! Off your shoulder this time, mercifully. That poor belt buckle's got to take a break sometime. But he's already taking a few steps back. 3.
It's the pants. The rat pants.
To all of you non-dark... Well, it just occurred to me that just about everybody, except for the humans, has dark vision in this party. All right, so everybody at the edge of the torchlight, the kobold tries to make himself look scarce, but all of you know, it's not that difficult to see him. Dave, Elin, Bram,
What is
even
It's
Yohawk.
you each.
what is?
The kobold trying to make himself scarce. The other kobold next to you, Bram, is swinging at you. What the fuck?
out.
11 against AC misses, so a sling stone pings off of your shoulder, and this guy swings a knife at you and cuts across, some part of your clothing, but doesn't really hit you. So, you're good.
Not wearing much clothes.
Elin, it's your turn.
Clothes.
It's my turn.
Yep.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I have a question.
I'm
What
going
type
to
of dragon is
move.
Mohawk?
A blue dragon.
I'll move here. That's 10.
All right.
So
You
like,
can-
here can I
You
go?
can easily see the kobold. You'd have to ask tell Bram down in front, if you want to hit the goblin.
Oh, it's true. Hit the goblin. Hit the... What do I want to hit? Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna yell for Bram to duck, get as low as he can because I'm short, and I'm gonna throw produce flame at the goblin.
I'm ducking.
It's more like you step to the side, really. Ducking is a
Yay.
lost cause for you, Bram.
You're too tall.
So you just kind of slide to the left.
Ducking myself.
18.
18. That's a direct hit. Roll damage. Well, I say a direct hit. It easily hits, so.
Is that directed though?
Is it just... Oh wait, why did not? Hold on. There we go.
You know, I just realized a bald.
There we go. 7.
I love when you use this attack because you always roll just enough to kill these guys.
She should have been mage, honestly. Like
She is a mage.
no, like fully magic, fire magic.
But I like nature.
Here's the thing, Elin can still do that as a druid. You can specialize in fire.
Watch out, Dave.
Forest fires are naturally a
Alright, so Bram steps to the side and Elin once again produces flame, sends it leaping towards the goblin, and he just eats it, literally.
I
It
do
lands in
it
his
like-
mouth.
I do it as like baseball throws, where like they kick their leg up and toss it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And it's a home run.
No, that's just the thing. The goblin has been in the dark with other nasty shit, like, for the longest time. And so he sees you wind up, lift the leg up with a burning hand, and for a moment he's just like, and Elin just fastballs a firebolt right into his face, and he just goes flying back 5 feet onto the ground with fire, like, encapsulating his head.
Wait,
So this is where this is where he got folded back 7.
Yeah, he literally went full cartoon. He just went like, "Auga," and then Elin just slammed him in the face with a fireball. That's your attack. Yeah. That's what's written in the smoke rising off his corpse. Just get fucked. Fatality.
So Arthur's turn or mine?
It's,
Friendship.
if I remember correctly, it's your turn, Mordecai, because you have the higher dex.
Yeah. So why was he before me? What happened?
I don't know. Sometimes the turn order shifts weirdly.
Okay.
Yohak just ran past you. You saw Elin perform a move that you haven't seen outside of a bar before. 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to here
Mm-hmm.
and take a swing at him with. Hold on.
if I can. Okay.
I can see into.
It's okay. There's nothing
It's
there.
Just bricks. Okay, so mace attack. Not as good as my dagger, but we're low on time. That's a 19 total.
That hits. Roll damage. Just fuck my shit up, fam.
D6 plus 2. Max damage. That's a.
You turn his whole head into haggis, dude. Like, there's
I
no.
guess it's so good though.
I know it's good, but it's like you turn his head into brain pate. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. Boom, he's dead.
Walk.
A 1, a 2, a 3, you're dead.
All right, come on. The longer we. Oh, wait, hold on. This guy's still alive.
Yeah. And that's your turn, I think. You don't have anything to do on a bonus action.
I still have 5 feet of movement, so I'm gonna step over his body.
All right. You think you got something on your boot? Arthur's turn, and he's looking around. He looks at you, Zali, and says, "You need some loving? You need some health?" It's a figure of
Zali
speech
kind
where
of
I
like-
come from.
I
TLC.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, alright.
Healing? You
Zolly
need
kinda
some
like-
healing.
Okay, dude, wait. I'm about to speak. Zolly kind of gets up with kind of like grasping his double bladed scimitar, and he's like, I'm good. I'm good. What about you? You may need it more than I do.
I'm right as rain. He turns around, he looks at you, Dave, and goes, he doesn't look good. And he steps up, and he's going to cast a level 1 Cure Wounds on you for his action.
As he serenades me with his beautiful tune, Dave is wistfully taken to a time when he was the king of the playground,
Spurg Lords.
and nobody was there because he had no friend.
Dave, you heal 12 hit points.
Oh shit! I'm back to my full health.
You
Why, good sir? That was a rather.
Cry thunder, glory within. And Dave just feels the energy.
I don't have glory within. Well, I'm sorry.
What are you at in terms of health right now?
10.
10, nice. Wow, that's kind of wasted on you.
Under his robes, you see something right.
Take it easy. Speaking of which, Dave. Speaking of something rising, Dave, it's your turn.
What happens if I could I? Here.
Dave, with a song in your heart and your wounds feeling not so bad anymore.
Can I move here?
You want to move here?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. You can actually do that. Dave, apropos of nothing, runs to the front of the party, and there's still a kobold right there.
I want to use Burning Hands, Kamehameha style, and burn this motherfucker to dust.
It occurs to you with your heightened intelligence. It occurs to you with your heightened intelligence that burning a level 1 spell and an area of effect one at that on one target is probably a bad idea.
Good point. All right.
With his 19 intelligence.
What's
Yeah.
the range of the fire?
Old Dave says, "Just burn him with burning hands." New Dave goes, "That's such a stupid bloody idea."
What the fuck was I thinking, old Dave? You bloody dumbass.
Old Dave. That's what he calls him.
Why am I imagining you guys remember those live action Scooby-Doo movies from like 2006? Why am I imagining that one scene where Shaggy and Scooby both like drink potions and Shaggy becomes a buff surfer and Scooby becomes a mad scientist? Hush now, buffoon! This is a highly combustible synthesis.
So Dave has like imaginary versions of this telling him to do dumb shit. It's like, just burn him with burning hands. Are you dumb? I dare you to spell on one single kobold. What are you fucking out of your mind? And he shrugs.
All.
So I guess Dave. So what's the range on the wand of firebolt?
Firebolt range is 120.
Yeah, okay, that should definitely hit. I'm gonna aim. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use one charge this time.
All right, so it's down to 3.
I'm waiting for the card again.
All right. New Dave has a strange fascination of shooting things in the dick, doesn't he?
Well, if you really think about it, the dick is the weakest part.
No.
Nobody's ever tried to fight someone with their fucking cock.
As
More
Dave
intelligent.
has this little debate under his breath, Bram behind him is just standing there like,
Just kill him.
No, he's just
Alright.
he's just there like nobody's ever tried to fight with. Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, so what I roll?
D20 plus 6, if I remember.
Alright. 20. Oh, that hits.
Dude.
That hits.
You only hit him in the dick. Like the rest of his body is completely unscathed from this. Roll a D10 for damage.
Alright. 5d10, right?
Just 1d10.
Alright. So, okay. So, I'll try d10, right? That's 3.
All right. So despite hitting him square in the nads, you see the kobold double over, its knees lock, and it just, you hear the most pathetic draconic whine you've ever heard come out of a creature. Just this. You see tears well up in his eyes as its precious dragonhood just gets singed by a magical firebolt.
I feel like I'm Johnny Cage right now, just fucking nut punching this kobold.
The juxtaposition of Elin just fastball specialing a firebolt into a goblin's face, and Dave shooting a kobold in the dick is fucking great.
Can someone draw them doing that back?
Someone should do that, yeah.
I've gotten some
Neither
animation.
one of them plays by the rules. They're complete.
Okay, so I have bonus action now, right?
If you have anything you can use with it.
He lives in the forest eating squirrels. He lives in a tower blowing shit up. Neither one of them follows the rules. Honestly, we don't know why we left them on the fort.
Dave is just like shooting everybody in the crotch. Stop aiming for the crotch, you can't stop me.
The crotch burning red man.
All right. If there's nothing else you can think of, Dave, then Bram, it's your turn.
I have a question. What can I do? Okay, just out of curiosity, what can I do with the bonus action? I'm just curious.
It depends on what spells you got. Some spells take a bonus action, like Healing Word. Sometimes, if you're a fighter or a barbarian, then doing an action surge or a second wind or going into a rage takes a bonus action. If you don't have a spell or a special ability that says one bonus action, then the bonus action is functionally useless.
I'm just standing here looking at the kobold with a hearty laugh. Oh god, chap, it hurts, doesn't it? It hurts.
Bram, in your rage, you saw Dave just firebolt this poor dragonling in the dick, and that looks like a nice squishy target. The dragonling, not the dick. The dick looks like a nice crispy target.
Delicious.
This one up here, right?
It's the only one.
All right, I'm going. Charge.
That was the least enthusiastic charge I've ever heard in my entire life.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Charge.
Yeah, I'm sorry this has run an hour and 30 minutes past what we were supposed to end it at, but that hits. That hits, and you don't have to roll damage to see how brutal it is.
Sure, why not?
It's your normal roll plus an additional 2 from raging.
Okay.
So I think it's like a d12 plus 5.
Plus 5, yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah, I know he's dead. He's got 2 hit points. Oh my god, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Bram, this poor kobold, realizing that he will never ever get the chance to breed, looks up as Bram charges forward, and, I mean, technically he does fulfill his dream, because after the Bram is done with the swing, there's 2 of that kobold. Because you have split him perfectly down the middle.
That was a dream? What a stupid dream.
To multiply. But there are 2 of them now, and he is on the ground dead.
Wait, down the middle, left side, right side, or down the middle?
Down the middle, top to bottom.
Wow. Okay.
At that moment, Dave, an epiphany hits Dave, and he goes, "My God, that is a sad, sad motivation for living. If I had that motivation, I'd be fucking taking my own life with fire."
Okay, I know Dave has 19 intelligence, but he's not
Dave,
telepathic.
you
That
don't-
poor
you
kobold
don't
never
have-
told
you don't
anybody
have
this shit.
Telepathy. Dave, you don't have telepathy. Shut up.
Not yet.
Well, he does, but I don't know with the fucking owl.
Alright.
Not yet. Oh my God, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Combat is over. Goodness sakes. Combat is
Running out
over.
of time here.
Alright. For the purposes of it, we're still gonna be in initiative. Bram's turn is over. Zali, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I said battle is over, right?
Battle is over, but we're still in initiative for the purposes of what you guys are doing right now.
Okay. Well, seeing as everybody's pretty much fucking dead, Zali kind of like puts his weapon away and he like walks up here to wait, what was I? I was over here, right? Do I sound? Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25.
Yeah, you can double dash if you want.
Oh well, he will run up like somewhere over. Here I go.
All right.
And wait, how far can I go with a double dash?
Sorry, I said double dash. That's a misnomer. If you dash, you can move your speed over again. So if you can move 25 feet normally, a dash means you can move 50 or 10 squares.
So yeah, he will run like over here.
All right.
And
That's basically it for him. As you do that, Yohawk steps up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Steps up next to you, Bram. Sees the ruin that you've made of the kobold. Looks up at you and snorts his approval before narrowing his eyes and looking at this doorway at the end of the hall. This slanted doorway. And he's not a cat. He doesn't have fur, but you can see the fins on the side of his head and some of the spines on the back of his neck bristle as he stares at that door, and he glances at you and says, "Be ready." So let me try that again.
does Ollie hear that?
Be ready. Zali and Dave are close enough to hear that, yes.
Jolly good, sir.
Why are you on top of Mordecai? Elin, what would you like to do?
Ah,
Wow.
I'm gonna move up to the roof. It's good.
The wall.
Okay.
Where are you?
That's it. I got not much else to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna ball up too, because he's just.
Who's dying? I can heal somebody. Someone's dying. Somebody dying.
I need healing.
I wouldn't mind healing.
But you got farts to deal with.
It's not like I want you to heal.
Bug.
Mordecai, stop being a tsundere. Okay, here, have a second. You're not you when you're hungry.
So, Elin, it sounds like Zali and Bram both need some healing.
Yeah. So I'll move back. Use.
Captain's log.
If you're doing that,
Okay.
Arthur looks at you and says, "Go and take care of Bram. I can reach Zali."
Oh, okay. So I'll go up to Brain. Oh, my thing ain't working. There we go.
Yeah, is that?
Yeah.
And will you?
I just realized, Elin without fire is essentially a crazy lady who has a essential oil store. Elin with fire is basically an environmental activist who's an extremist.
Yeah.
Or just crazy.
Yeah.
Don't say.
Guys, she's
That's
peeping.
basically the whole point. Of it.
Feelings, man. To deal with your emotions. First, bottle it up. Next,
All right.
make a Molotov cocktail.
We'll use cure wound.
All right. D8 plus 3, I think, for you.
Is it 3? I can't remember.
I think your wisdom is like 16, so it's a plus 3.
Yeah,
I think that's
that's
how
what-
it works.
Is it?
It just occurred to me, Miran, have you not been rolling with your actual dice?
7.
No?
Ah, shit.
7.
7. Bram, you heal 7 hit points, and you,
20.
you're up to 20? Okay.
Yeah.
Kirsty, if you don't attack something,
What is it?
no, never mind.
Okay.
That's Elin's turn, I guess, unless you want to use a healing word on somebody.
Well, no, we're good.
All right. Mordecai, what would you like to do for your lull in the combat?
Are we about to bust through this door? Is that where this seems to be going?
Please do not bust through another door.
The door is already open. That's the room where the other kobolds and goblins came out of.
Yeah, and what's in it?
You look in there, and you can see that the room is just scorched to shit and almost unrecognizable. What furniture was in there is just blackened lumps of charcoal.
Okay, so if this was the room we came in through, and that means this leads to the hallway that was. So we know where that goes. No. What's over here, though?
A pair of slanted wooden doors that, now that you look, Yohawk and Bram both are staring at the doors like they're about to bite.
What's going on?
Just be ready. We're about to have some more company.
All right, I'm gonna get ready to. I'm just gonna get ready to throw lightning.
Alright, you're preparing Witch Bolt then?
Yeah, and if when that door opens, presuming enemies come through, I'm the biggest, baddest motherfucker who comes.
Alright. Arthur steps up behind you, Zali, and says, "Here you go, man, I got you." And he's gonna cast another Cure Wounds. Singing something about Robin Hood and Little John.
Which one good and which one?
Or tell you what, he actually steps past you. Readies a Vicious Mockery, and for his bonus action, casts a second level healing word. Zali, you heal. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hit points, Zali.
Heck yeah, I'm at full HP.
What's that for you?
21.
21. All right. Doom. Dave, what would you like to do with your turn?
I want to prepare a magic missile.
Okay. What are you readying it for?
For fuck's sake.
What?
What are you readying it for?
Like preparing myself to use it the moment we basically reach.
All right. Bram, are you holding an attack of some kind?
He is the attack.
No, why would I be?
Well, Yohawk just stepped up next to you and stared at the door that's just north of you guys, 20 feet away, and
Is that
said,
the
"Get
door?
ready."
I thought that was like a glitch in the.
In reality.
No, that's a door.
No. Why is it slanted?
Because it's how the room is designed. It looks like it leads into some sort of circular room off the top of your head. Like, you've seen dome-shaped huts before, so it doesn't surprise. Like, seeing doors like this is kind of like, oh, it's just the entryway to the hut, but with a door.
Uh-huh. Sure, I'll ready a javelin.
You ready a javelin? Okay.
It's gonna be a fucking murder stomp. Holy shit.
Zali?
Don't worry, I'm not gonna kill you.
Alright. After everybody just talking over him, he finally gets a chance to thank Arthur for the heals.
No problem, man.
And he will step forward over here and just pull out his bow and prepare an arrow just to, like, long.
Alright. And Yohawk in front of you, and Mordecai. Bram, you see electricity suddenly flare along the length of the wormling's neck, and the smell of ozone wafts out of the smoke that comes out of his mouth as he's staring at the door. And suddenly you hear on the other side and a shout, a bark.
Fucking Knowles, isn't it?
And then you hear the rattling of metal and the click of the lock and key being turned. Now I have a question.
Yeah.
What is your question?
Are you gonna make us do a saving throw?
We can leave this here,
Yeah.
or because you guys have prepared your actions, we can just open the door and see what happens, because this could probably take about 10 minutes, real time.
Open the door, open the door,
Do
open
it.
the door.
I don't like surprise. Let's do it.
All right, that's 2 for open the door. Noah?
Open the door.
Michaela?
Open
the door.
Open
right.
the door.
The doors swing open, and you see 3 gnolls in the torchlight. Elin, you didn't ready an action, did you?
No, I didn't.
Damn it.
All right.
What is
Someone's
the-
not saying, yeah.
Hang on, we'll resolve this in order.
Well, no, just because I think I was farther back, so technically I wouldn't have heard what was said. I didn't think about it.
We're right behind Bram.
I don't know before that. And then it was said
Bram.
after.
That's the wrong music.
Music is like, yes.
Just play happy music.
It's like, yes, no.
You know what?
We
We're
all
gonna do
know
this music. Because this is about to be funny.
Okay, hold on. I can't hear it because I don't have my.
Wait, is that the Brum music?
Just one.
Yep.
He's the only one with him.
Mordecai,
Oh my
let loose
God.
your witch bolt. Which one do you want to target?
The closest one, because he's
Hit it.
exactly.
Mordecai, as the door opens and you see 3 fetid gnolls standing in the doorway, silhouetted by torchlight. Mordecai rears back with his hand.
25.
Is that a crit?
No, that's it's a
It's a 17?
yeah, plus 8.
Okay, you hit. Roll damage. You guys are about to make short work of this.
All right. Question. Wait, hold on. Is spell damage like the flat damage?
Yes, it's whatever it says on the spell. You don't add
Crap. Okay. So yeah, it's a 4.
a 4. That's still pretty good. And believe me, shit's about to get worse for them.
Ooh.
So that lightning bolt strikes the gnoll and it reels from the hit. It doesn't look like it's necessarily about to collapse, but it still looks like it kind of took a hit. Arthur looks up at that very same gnoll and says something in Elvish again that, Elin, you wonder where on earth somebody who learned such a beautiful language could know such horrible words.
Really? Again?
Yeah, he's using vicious mockery again. Well, actually, no. He's invoking a 2nd level spell. He says something in Elvish, points, and all of a sudden, the area of the doorway right there becomes filled with these small little knives of force that just hover over these gnolls. These 2 gnolls in particular. And he goes, "You guys are about to have a bad time."
Sand. It becomes sand.
Dave, you had a magic missile ready. Who do you want to hit?
All of them. In
One
the
for
crotch.
each?
In the crotch.
All right, roll d4 plus 1 3 times then.
Alright, D4 plus 1.
For the first guy, that's 4. He's not looking good.
That third guy's dead. Or crippled.
Oh yeah, he's looking about as good as his friend in the front. So 3 missiles as the area of as the doorway becomes filled with these semi-transparent knives, blades of force. 3 missiles of arcane light just stream from Dave's hand with an invocation and slam into each of these gnolls. Each of them in the dick, because you picked your target and magic missile always hits. Ram, javelin, which one?
I feel bad for these gnolls already.
Don't be.
Don't feel bad, they're gnolls. We can be racist against them.
Good.
I'm gonna try the one on the back.
All right, hit it. And remember, you're technically still raging, so you can make this. No, you can't make ranged attacks reckless. I don't think.
How would I even...
Can I do advantage? Oh wait.
No, not on a ranged attack. I think it's only for melee, unless it says otherwise on your character sheet. Oh my god, it doesn't matter. All right, roll the damage die, double it, double the result, and then add your strength modifier.
Sorry, say that again. Roll the damage die, double it.
Yes. Roll the damage die, double the result on the roll.
Okay. 8.
8 plus your strength modifier.
That will be. Oh wait. Is that with my? Oh.
No, you double the dice roll
Sorry,
first and then
sorry,
add
yeah.
modifiers. So that's what, like 11?
11. Yeah.
Okay, the javelin rams into that guy's stomach and he looks like he's already about to collapse. He's the one holding the keys too. Like, he's got that look on his face like, I regret everything I've ever done. Zali, an arrow if you will.
Yes.
Finish.
Which one did you hit?
He hit the one down in front.
Alright. Zali yells at the 2 dudes in front of him, duck, and launches an arrow.
Mordecai shifts over to the side. Yohawk ducks. Wings flare up as the arrow passes over his shoulder blades. Roll an attack.
Alright. 13.
We're gonna say flat-footed. What's the nose AC? Yeah, flat-footed, that hits.
Oh, thank God. I've been rolling shit.
And what's your damage?
Hold on. Longbow is D8 plus 3. D8 plus 3. 4.
That was just enough to kill him.
My life.
Yes!
Just enough to kill him. The arrow fit is the nice little candle on top that just strikes him in the throat, and the electricity from Mordecai's witch bolt crackles up the length of it and just lights the tail on fire. And the gnoll falls backwards.
On the plus side, the Noel's dream of becoming a Pokemon finally was achieved.
Why are my throws so shit all the time?
I don't know, man.
Roll 20.
Guys, the gods of D&D hate me, I don't know why.
Alright, and now the final member of your party, Yohak. You hear... Hang on. You see lightning crackle up the length of his jaws, and you hear him muttering, growling something in Draconic. Hang on.
This is the definition of a curb stomp.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
You guys hear lightning rumble up from his throat, and he's just growled and opens his mouth, and from the gullet, that same line of lightning that you experienced, right up to the guy in the back. And he rolls a 1 on his reflex save.
Ooh, get fucked.
So he's going to take 26 points of damage. The guy in the back is instantly vaporized. Alright, now we're properly in initiative, and this guy... Oh, he's dead. Elin, it's your turn. Oh god, Elin, Arthur, and Mordecai all go before this gnoll gets a chance.
Oh, God.
Kill him.
The gnoll looks back at his two teammates who have been respectively run through with arrows and javelins and blown to pieces by lightning, and he looks at you guys and goes,
Alright, I'm going to move
No
around
mercy for these monsters.
Graham and right here, right up front.
actually, small retcon. Over his shoulder as the lightning built in his gullet, Yohak looked at you, Mordecai, and said, "Good job. I can do better." And just... You already know.
Alright, from where I'm at, because I had to move around everybody. Produce flame.
Produce flame on that guy.
It's the only thing I got that works well.
Rolled ahead.
10.
He's not flat-footed anymore. Sadly, that flies past his shoulder.
God damn it.
Arthur is going to step up
He became Texan now.
and say, "Oh shit, thought he'd be dead at this point. Oh well."
Guys, why the fuck is beef jerky so expensive?
That's a good question.
I have no clue. I love it though. I love it all the
It
same.
is delicious, but also expensive.
He just flat out says in common, "Your friends are so that was a Boston accent, excuse me. Arthur flat out just says Arthur flat out says in common, with his voice ringing with arcane power, "Your friends there were so damn stupid, they decided to get in our way." And the gnoll just looks... Yeah, somehow the gnoll takes damage from that. 2 points of psychic damage from Vicious Mockery.
You think Vicious Mockery would be less effective?
Mordecai, and he's got disadvantage on his next attack. Mordecai, it's your turn.
I don't want to blow Witch Bolt. I don't. Because I only have... I can't...
Important thing of
How
note,
far away is this bastard?
he's...
Not far enough.
Not far
Oh,
enough.
he's-
That blue square, by the way, is that cloud of translucent force blades that
Would
that
it
Arthur
if
summoned.
we got it in there?
2, 3, 4, 5.
As you stepping forward, Arthur shouts out, "Don't get in that cloud, man."
All right, fine. I guess I'm.
Blasting another witch bolt.
Yeah. Since I don't really have any other ranged attacks to work with here. I rolled a 1.
All right. Well, your spell misfires, and you just get tongue-tied basically, and the lightning zaps you in the tongue, and you're just like, "Fuck." He's down the spell slot, man. It's the Knoll's turn, and since he starts off his turn in the cloud of daggers, he takes 4d4 slashing damage.
Did he die on his own turn?
I hope so.
I see, same.
Give me a headache.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
I
11,
don't-
12, 13, 14, 15. This poor fucking Knoll.
The reason beef jerky is so costly is because like they have evaporate the water, and you need a lot more beef jerky to make like 1 pound of beef jerky because like, beef jerky is like 60% water.
All right, the Knoll
My first
suddenly,
knowledge has been quenched. Thank you, Akila.
You're welcome.
the Knoll suddenly, all those floating daggers of force that Mordecai or that Arthur summoned suddenly all turn and just whirl around the Knoll, hacking at it, just cutting it, just death by 1,000 cuts, and streamers of blood follow it out. It's like it's not like anything you guys have ever seen, and it just charges through the cloud, tries to run you with a spear, Mordecai, but a 9 is not going to hit you. Dave, it's your turn. How do you want to
You
do
know what?
this?
Alright, so here's my plan, right? Where the fuck am I exactly? Right, I'm over here. So I'm gonna run all the way in front of Elon over here. And not Bob, me.
Oh shit, sorry.
Fucking Bob just goes in a fucking tackle, but no. Okay, right to his
Burning hands.
yeah, I use burning hands right on his right, like face, like up close and personal. Put my hand on his face and go. Loser says what?
All right, he's got 3 hit points, and I think you roll 3 dice for damage for burning hands.
Yeah.
Roll them anyway to see how brutal this is. But you have
Okay.
carte blanche on this guy. This guy's dead.
So how do I what dice does roll?
3d4, I think.
Roll 3d6 plus 1d6 over SO.
Okay, 3d6 plus just 3d6 then, because you're casting it at level 1.
Okay. 11.
All right. So what did you say you do? You run up and grab him by the face and just.
Like I essentially run up, I sent double fire palm high five and while going. Loser says
You just double palm. Wait, you go to high five him?
no, it's like a I double hand, like it's like a slap with both my hands on.
All right. Then you. Oh, like a temple clap, kind of.
Yes.
With your burning hands, okay. Then you. Basically, what you do is you make him the source of the spell. So you just have that magical energy split between your 2 hands, and you run up and you go, "Loser says what?" And clap him. And he just looks at you stunned for a moment as the fire builds in the center of his head, and the entire back of his body just explodes into flame.
Damn.
And he just collapses, falls over backwards. Now combat is over.
Ah.
Yay!
Make sure all you spellcasters marked off your spell slots.
I'm on it.
I did.
With a wave of his hand, Arthur, the storm of daggers that Arthur summoned via magic just kind of disappears. He goes, I never seen 3 gnolls die that fast.
The
Well,
hell
now
is this?
the shop.
The hell is this room?
Mordecai, you walk in and you enter what appears to be some sort of decrepit circular armory, 40 feet in diameter in total. Don't let the little tokens fool you. You enter and these racks hold nothing but rust and decay.
God damn it!
The tables as well. Well, actually,
I was gonna steal a dagger or something.
I have this right here.
Just pocket it.
Well, actually, on the table over here, there's some stuff.
Ooh.
Just kind of out in the open, you find what appears to be 2 silver ewers. Basically, these silver sort of vases or like water jugs. And just a brief appraisal of them by none other than your resident Mordecai. Everybody stepping in the room, it seems.
Okay.
Reveals them to be worth about 25 gold pieces each. Just solid silver, basically pitchers. And next to them, you see a pair of leather pouches that, as you pick them up, well, do you pick them up?
I'll take.
All right, you pick them up and you hear a very familiar
King.
sound.
I'm gonna pop one open.
Looks to be some very nice engraved bone dice. 6-sided dice. It looks like a pack of 4 of them each.
The fuck?
But you look at the bone and you realize this is some high quality ivory. You think that each of these sets of bone dice are worth about 25 gold pieces each.
And you said how much the
ewers, the silver pitchers, they're worth about 25 gold each, and there's 2 of them.
Okay, so everything's about 20.
Yeah, so you basically got 100 gold worth of artistic objects in here. But Yohak steps up as you're just fooling around with that stuff, and his nostrils flare, and he says, "More of my plundered treasure."
All this?
The dice I recognize. The silverware, I was not one for such things. You can take them if you so wish.
I handed the dice.
He
Can't reliably carry them.
No, he takes them in one of his talons and basically
He swallows it.
no, actually, he kind of like loops them because they have leather cord on them. He kind of loops them in a way that allows them to both kind of dangle off of the back of his neck, kind of like a what am I thinking of? Like a not a paddock, like the
Like an airplane pillow?
kind of, yeah, basically. One set of dice on each side, and he says, "At rest, I can teach you a bit of a game with these, if you so desire."
I'm more of a cards guy. But I appreciate it.
I would play.
Very well.
What was
All right.
As for the pictures, anybody got a bag?
What?
As for these, I hope does anyone got a bag?
I don't think I have a bag.
Out of curiosity,
Come on, quick about it.
yeah, Arthur looks at you guys and says, we kind of passed over 3 rooms in the midst of all that, so, we want to check those out too, or?
I'll check those out. Sounds fun.
All right, which room do you go to, Bob? Do you go to the burnt room? Do you go to the kitchen, or do you go to the pantry?
I'll try the. We started this fight in the kitchen, right?
The room that you came from was the kitchen. Yes.
I'm gonna go check the kitchen first.
All right, roll an investigation test then.
All right, let me check my stat again for Mr. The fuck was it? I memorized.
Who else is checking what room?
I'm gonna check.
Zali's checking this room.
Plus. No,
All
that's
right,
not
Zali,
it.
roll an investigation test. Elin, where are you looking?
I was gonna go to the burnt.
Okay.
What the fuck? Man?
Be quick about it. We haven't much time.
Bram,
I'm gonna join Zali in this
What's
trip.
going on? What's going on?
everybody's just kind of checking over the rooms that you've already been in.
I'm gonna join.
Oh.
I got 18.
Dave, going through the rooms,
kinda tired of
you're
that.
baffled how you didn't notice before, but this little loose drawer over here,
Yeah.
does, it appears, have some stuff in it. 4 small gemstones that you recognize as banded agate.
Ooh.
Wow.
Each of them worth 10 gold pieces. You remember a similar kind of gemstone, agate, was a gemstone that you found in the mines
The
in
room with the
Copperknight
giant
Hold.
mushroom.
Mark down the 4 banded agate.
Okay. So
Am I
just
doing
wrote it down, right?
Yeah, you're doing an investigation test as well.
Okay.
Zali,
4
what
banded
Zali, what room are you looking in?
This one.
Oh, whoa, no. You guys approach those doors and you try to open them, and they're barred. They're locked.
And why did I do an
Should've said that.
investigation check?
Because I thought you were examining this room. Well,
Okay.
with that investigation check, you examine the room, and aside from the rusty metal, the bone dice, and the silver ewers that were found, yeah, nothing of value. Elin, you find yourself sifting through charcoal trying to find stuff, and you're kind of coming up empty.
Well, you've got charcoal in your hands now, so you got that.
Yeah.
Wait, did I find something? Did I find anything?
Well, aside from the bone dice and the silver sort of jugs that Mordecai already found, there's nothing else of value in this room.
Okay. How is this door barred? Is it barred from this side?
No, it's locked.
Okay. Is it what kind of lock's it got?
It's got some kind of metal mechanical lock. You can see like the little keyhole in the door right there.
Like I'm asking you to build into the door.
Yes, it's built into the door.
Okay.
It's a wooden door?
It's a mostly wooden door with some iron banding.
Mm.
Can I kick through it?
It would take a while to do that.
Anybody know how to pick a lock?
Isaiah?
No.
Wait,
I
Wait,
don't.
I have a crowbar.
You do have a crowbar.
Guys, I have a crowbar.
Yeah,
Can I
Dave?
check
Can
the
I
nose?
how does picking lock, what skill does that fall?
It falls under sleight of hand, but you need thieves' tools, and generally only rogues have thieves' tools.
I have thieves' tools.
Can I check?
Oh, you're a criminal, aren't you?
Yeah.
I love how you said that.
What?
Criminal, aren't
Yeah.
you?
I'm a fucking,
Then, as you're talking about, man, I wish we could pick the lock. Dave, of all people, steps up, pulls out a small kit from his robes, and opens it up. And Mordecai, you see some shady implements in there. Dave, roll sleight of hand to try and unlock with your proficiency bonus to try and unlock that door. Elin, roll investigation on the Knolls.
Let's see if it's any better.
Bram, what are you doing?
How do I roll?
It's a d20 plus your dexterity plus your proficiency bonus.
Plus dexterity plus proficiency. Plus 1 plus
9.
2.
Can I
So
kick
look
down
at
this
that.
door here? I feel like I need to kick down.
11.
You guys are-
Okay, you're kicking in this door over here, Bram?
Yeah.
I got 11.
All right, Bram, you kick in this door and boom, you see a hallway, and just judging from your own mental map of this place, this hallway leads back to the windy room.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. I'm rejoining with the others then.
Elin, you don't really find anything on the bodies of the Knolls. Dave, you're kind of out of practice with these, and you're still clicking around in there, and you're like, this is going to take a while, but because you're tapping into this long-forgotten side of your background, it occurs to you, didn't the Knolls unlock the door?
Alright, yeah, they must have had a key. Intelligence time.
And you look over, and you see Elin looking around like, key, just patting the Knolls down. Arthur, meanwhile...
Is staring at a wall.
No, Arthur's all the way back down in the cellar. You don't know what he's doing.
He's like enjoying the battle. The craftsmanship is amazing. He's an artisan of things that most people do not appreciate. Okay, so should I keep trying to lock the pick, or should I just like...
I mean, you can do it if you want.
Because I mean, I might not pull it off. You know, fuck it. I'm gonna try to pick the lock and keep pushing through with it.
All right. Roll again then.
Really? So
Yeah,
the same thing as before.
we're gonna say
Same thing as before. D20 plus 3.
d20 plus 3. Yep.
Yep.
One of your you're twisting with some of your thieves' tools, and you feel, oh, that's a little too much tension, and you realize you've kind of got it caught in there, and you have to carefully spend the next 5 minutes extricating it from the lock so that it doesn't break. Yohak, meanwhile, steps up to the bodies that Elin is searching. What are you looking for?
A key? Anything?
He looks around, sniffs around, and he's mainly searching this body over here. Anybody else want to help?
Bram is just staring at a door.
I'll help her.
What's going on?
Zolly will
Brad
Yohak,
was taking a nap.
Yohak and Elin are searching the knoll bodies for some sort of key.
Okay.
Okay, Zolly will help her.
Okay, roll an investigation test.
Wait, can't I just help her, like, get an advantage?
Well, here's the thing: is she's already rolled, so the time to do that is usually before. Like,
I rolled a 6.
as a general rule, if somebody's making a skill check and another member of the party says, "I'd like to assist them with that," then that means that the person making the skill check has advantage as long as the other person is trained in that. Well,
So am
Yeah.
I still working the lock? What's happening?
yeah, Dave, you're trying to pull your thieves' tools out of there before they break inside the lock's mechanism. So you're kind of caught up in it.
Shit. Mordecai's just like, what kind of thief are you?
Arthur, meanwhile, walks back from the.
What kind of wizard are you?
Arthur, meanwhile, walks back from his tour of the other rooms. Oh shit! And says, "Hey, I was in that burned room, and he's dusting something off in his hands. It looks like some sort of like glass bottle, about the size of a very small, like 250 milliliter wine bottle or something like that." Says, "Hey, somebody might have missed this," and he holds it up, and it's this fiery red liquid inside.
Ooh. Fire in my belly.
Uncorks it. You can't see this right now. You're like busy trying to get your thieves tools
Yeah,
out. And he
No, I
You
know.
were in a panic.
Oh shit.
tastes like cinnamon. You're taking a look at what?
Can I give a look?
The lock or the bodies?
The bottle. Oh, that's going on another room. My bad.
Oh, okay. Then, I mean, you can hear Arthur over there saying something like, "Hey, I found some stuff," and then he looks down at all you guys as he's tasting this potion and goes,
Question. I'm not proficient with thieves' tools, but I am trained in sleight of hand. Can
"Okay,
I attempt
can
to?
not really, no." Do you have a criminal background?
I have a charlatan background.
Okay, so you have thieves' tools. If you have thieves' tools, you sure you're not proficient with thieves' tools?
I'm not proficient with thieves' tools, but I do have sleight of hand.
Okay, no. Here's the thing: is that some classes and backgrounds give you tool proficiencies with certain tool sets, and thieves' tools is very much a thief or criminal thing.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
As Arthur's tasting this, and he's muttering to himself, potion of fire breath of some kind.
Okay, well-
What are you guys doing?" And he's staring at a dragon, an Aarakocra, and an elf, all just like stripping the gnolls' corpses.
We're having a party.
With an E.
Arthur looks at, just kind of eyeballs the work you guys have done and goes, "How the fuck?" And he hitches the potion to his belt, walks up to this corpse, which you're in the process of examining, Elin, and rolls it over and grabs a ring of old iron keys off of the ground from underneath the body. And goes, "Was that so difficult?"
I'm not telling you. I'm not even human. I'm just tiny.
And he walks over and says, found some keys. Do they to any doors around here? And he sees Dave.
Sounds like an old sassy lady.
Yeah.
It's a
Arthur
disaster.
walks up and sees you like up to your 12th knuckle in this lock, Dave, and goes, "You looking for a key?"
Well, not necessarily looking for one, but trying to get something out of this keyhole. But yes, a key would be nice on this door, but I have to get this.
You hear the jangling of iron behind you.
I turn back. Oh,
He's
yes,
got a whole ass
That
key
makes-
ring.
yes, that makes sense. Let me just get my thieves' tools out of this goddamn lock.
And with one final, you pull one of the little articulating arms out of the lock, and you go, "Whew." Okay, so your thief tools aren't breaking this time. And Arthur throws you the key ring, walks back to you guys, and with you, Elin, like it occurs to you that he's got a few more things on him than he should, and he hands you a small quiver of some kind, Elin, and says, "Here, I figured you could get some good use out of these."
It's an infinity arrow.
Unless, your bow and arrow ain't your thing anymore.
I mean, I'm working on it.
What is it?
Or do you rather I give them to the Birdman, or?
No, give them to me.
Hey!
Birdman.
Holy
God.
bird.
What is it?
These look to be some enchanted arrows. First circle enchantment, out of character. It's a quiver of 10 plus 1 arrows. So if you make a bow and arrow attack, long bow, short bow, whichever kind of bow you want, if you make a bow and arrow attack and you use one of these pieces of ammunition, you get a +1 to the attack and a +1 to damage.
Ooh, can I have it?
I mean, which one do you use? I mean,
Okay,
aren't you... That's kind of the thing. Aren't you a frontline fighter and aren't you a spellcaster?
Fair enough.
Yeah, but so far, honestly, the amount of times I had to use my bow and arrow, it's crazy.
Fair enough, man. You got the wings. Elin, him or you?
Give them to him.
All right.
Yay.
And Arthur throws you...
I like.
Mark down in your inventory 10 plus 1 arrows, and amount is 10. This is the point when Dave, fumbling with the key ring for a while, it's just like, not this key, not this key,
Not this key, not this key. Ooh, this one looks cool. I'm gonna keep this one for later.
click. That one is the one that opens the door. And you open the door to a ruin of an old smithy of some kind.
Bloody hell, what happened here?
I will join them.
You see what appears to be an anvil, a long dead kiln, and a wooden chest. The rest of the room is just slattered with rubble.
It's time
Pop,
for
pop the
investigation.
chest. Pop the chest.
Yeah, I remember this room.
Yeah, Elin, actually, you do remember
I
this
saw
room.
it as a little scooter.
Yep, Elin, this entire area is looking very familiar now, and it occurs to you that this door on the far side of the room leads to, if you remember correctly, an old abandoned campsite with covered in cobwebs, and a short ways past that is a hallway that leads to the first room that you guys entered.
I thoroughly scanned my, what might be in.
I mean, aside from the giant wooden chest in the corner of the room, there's not much. Unless you want to try and lug the anvil out of here, because that's a good, 100, 200 pounds of iron.
I'm not gonna try that. Okay, I wanna. Can I use Bob to take a look at Mordecai and just see what he's wearing? Like, take a good look at what he's wearing.
Good look at what Mordecai's wearing. Wait, where is Bob anyway?
Out of nowhere, but
Bob's still on the shelf.
I just want to try something. I want to try something for a second. Can I use Bob? Through Bob? Because Bob has plus 3%.
Okay.
Bob is still on the shelf.
No, Bob is with Dave. It's fine.
Oh no, he's back.
So, can I use Bob to take a good look at what Mordecai's wearing? His fashion, if you will.
I mean, you can do that yourself. Mordecai, what are you wearing?
Fine clothes consisting primarily of some boiled leather armor on top of that, boots. I've got several pouches on my belt.
In terms of your regular clothing, it's nice button-up shirt and some slacks, basically.
Okay, I want to have Bob.
Yeah.
I want to have Bob look for anything that might be out of the ordinary. Like use him to look for something that might be out of the ordinary.
Roll a perception test.
As Bob.
As Bob or as Dave, whichever one you want. Who's
Bob.
trying to talk?
As Bob doing that, can I search the rest of the room?
I mean, without the key to the chest, you can't really open it unless you want to sift through the rubble.
Wait, the chest isn't open?
It's
Is it
not
locked?
open yet. Dave is just standing there with the key ring, and he seems to be tapping into something. And Bob is watching Mordecai. You'd say like a hawk, but he's an owl, so Bob's watching him like
I'm
an
just
owl.
trying to open a box.
All right,
Can I sift through the rubble?
What does he see?
roll an investigation test, Zali, to sift through the rubble.
Okay.
Bob, what did Bob?
Perception?
13. Looking at Mordecai, there's not really much. Like, you're just looking for stuff on him that looks out of place.
Something that, doesn't seem like normal clothes, if you will.
You don't see much of anything on him that consists of irregular clothing. Like, even the knives and, like, the adventuring accoutrements. In all honesty, he looks like some of the thugs who ran with some of the people that you remember back in Amselbach.
Huh.
There's nothing really
Alright.
out of place on Mordecai, either as a normal person or as an adventurer.
Okay. Dave, Bob's eyes,
Dave, what is the deal, man? Why?
Dave looks at Mordecai and goes, "Oh, nothing. Just,
Maybe he has a crush on you.
shut the fuck up, Elin."
Elin calls over from the other room, and Arthur just
Peeks
goes,
her head in.
Yeah.
Peeks her head in like, maybe he has a crush on you.
I got a ballad for that.
Shut the fuck up.
The less you talk, Elin, the better this world is.
Yes.
What?
I beg to differ, sir.
Look, Mordecai.
DM, I have a
Arthur's
question.
got my back.
Look, Mordecai. It's nothing personal. It's just, I'm very used to seeing your type of people around, and I just wanted to make sure. I got a good look on you as a person in terms of what you're carrying around.
Jeez, man, you wait. And again, you only just got brains put into your head by that. How's it working out?
It's honestly been more depressing than anything. Like, honestly, it's been kind of sad in some ways. Sometimes I feel like I should just throw myself to kill and be over with bullshit. Every time, it almost seems like the universe is bending against some sort of cosmic something. I don't know what's going on. It's bloody insane. You get what I'm saying?
Where do I put this? Don't bother.
Yeah, well, you gave me this.
I've gotten real close. I came real close to dying once, and well, from what I saw, it's not worth just.
All right,
Look, man, I'm not gonna get it. Can I open this box already?
Dave's got the key, unless he's given them to you.
Dave, you got the key to this box?
All right, I'll open it since I seem to have the key.
You could just hand the key to me, dude.
I want to open it.
Fine.
I never get to open anything in my life.
All right, Dave, you step forward and you open the box, and you open it up, and there's not really anything in here except at the bottom there are 3 gold lockets with fine gold chains.
Oh.
These belong to the dragon.
You bring them up, and they're lockets, so it looks like each of them open.
Oh, let's see what's.
You open up the first one, and you see inside is a sort of wood. Well, it's like a miniature painting, basically. And you look inside, and it's this portrait of this. It looks like Yohawk if every single one of his features was just exaggerated to terrifying proportions. The teeth that jut out of the bottom of the skull are long and sharp. The horn that juts out of his nose is elongated, easily half the length of his head. The fins are larger than they normally should be. And the crest on the top of the head is just this crown of spikes.
Oh, for
Roll.
fuck's sake.
Do you have nature or arcana? You don't have
Let me-
arcana.
I don't have a crown. Let me check nature actually. I'm not sure. I have +4 nature.
Okay, roll either a nature test or a flat intelligence test, I guess.
I can do an intelligence test. I'm doing that.
I mean, it sounds like it's the same. It's the same thing either way.
Alright, fuck it. Nature test. What the fuck not? +4. 20.
It's yeah. You've been to biology class and you've read up on enough books. You know that this is not just some really unflattering picture. This is a portrait of an adult, maybe even an ancient blue dragon.
Holy shit.
And with that sort of curiosity in the back of your head, you can't help but wonder what's in the other two.
Hey, I take. Alright, okay, so this is interesting. Alright,
Yeah.
Hey, there's an adult dragon picture inside of this locket I opened up, and it looks very similar to a grown-up version of Mohawk there.
Sully, what was your investigation test in the rubble?
Hmm?
What did you roll
well,
to
I-
investigate the rubble?
I asked if I can use my perception for my investigation.
It's investigation.
Alright. 12.
You don't find anything of value in there.
He finds a rock.
You find the old rusted hilt of what you probably was a sword, but the metal is like it's all just falling to pieces. The blade is literally falling off the tang. The guard is probably about to follow, and the leather on the hilt is just rotted with age and old and dampness. Dave, what are you doing with those lockets?
Alright, well, based off of what I saw in this test, if I open up the other two and we see what the hell the other one, what dragon should I find in there?
Okay, Bram, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Tell
Staring
him.
at the door still.
Yeah.
Bram's just spacing out. He's like in another world.
I'm moving up here.
All right, Bram is staying within
Yeah, I know.
torchlight and looking around. Dave, okay, there are two lockets, and it occurs to you looking at them that they all have different symbols on them. The one that you
Okay.
opened has a crown on the front,
Yeah.
and the other two have a sword and a shield.
Alright, let's open the sword first.
You open the sword locket, and you look in, and staring back up at you with a proud, regal grin on his face is a very, very accurate portrait of one blue dragon wormling that you recognized.
You can say it's Johan.
It is,
but-
it.
You don't have
You have no
to walk
appreciation
all
for
the way
tension.
around
It's
to the point.
It's Yohawk, and as you're looking at this, you hear the footfalls of a quadruped behind you, and hear Yohawk say, "What have you found?"
Dave immediately turns around. Oh, well, hello there, chap. In this chest here, we found 3 lockets, and I believe they might be all belonging to you, dear sir.
His eyes narrow, and he says, "Yes, those are mine." And he sees
There you
them.
go.
You are just holding them in your hand.
Yep.
He sees them, and he notices, if not both of them, at least one of them is open, and his nostrils flare, and he reaches out a claw.
Calm down. I was just seeing what exactly they. Okay, I have no beyond seeing what they were. There
He's
you are.
actually up on his hind legs with one hand on the anvil, and he's like holding his hand out with this forced expression of patience, as far as you can see.
Oh, okay. Dave goes and just hands the lockets over.
He takes them, and he, kind of propping himself up on his elbows, he opens the final locket and looks into it. Roll an insight test, and you can do it too, Mordecai.
Insight? Okay, so D20
Let me.
plus insight modifier. What?
17.
My insight is -1. I am really fucking dense.
Headband of intellect can
9.
only do so much. Dave,
9.
he likes those lockets.
Wait,
Mordecai,
They're shiny.
on such an alien face, well, you say alien. Draconic features still make some semblance of sense to the human face, to the human mind, somehow. But you see the ghost of what looks to be sorrow pass over Yohawk's face as he stares into the locket with the shield on it and looks at that picture before he ensures all three lockets are closed, and he drapes them over his crested head and around his neck, all three of them. He's now got 3 lockets dangling from his neck, a pair of 2 sets of dice hanging from his neck as well, and the 2 gold bracelets or bracers.
We should get moving.
We should,
That much I can agree.
unless we need to rest.
I say we take a short rest.
Yes, I agree with that statement.
Very well.
We have a fire right there, I say, as Dave points to the kiln.
And Zali, you found a lot of wood. Well, it's not a fire, but it is a kiln where you can set a fire. And Zali, though you didn't find a lot of treasure, you did find a lot of basically driftwood and deadwood from probably the supports that were holding parts of the ceiling up.
And sadwood.
Zali will grab as much wood as they can carry, set them next to the kiln, and throw a couple in there and use as tinderbox to start a fire.
All right, it sounds like everybody's going into the armory for a short rest, huh?
Yes.
All right. Are you locking the doors behind you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, can I put Bob on lookout?
On the other side of the doors, you mean?
I mean, yeah.
All right, sure, you can do that.
Alright.
Put them on the other side of the doors real quick.
So I tell Bob basically, dear chap, if anything happens, give us a good knock. And also try and hide under the table. Pretty good? Oh really? You're not gonna give me a
Sorry, were you talking to me?
No, I'm not. I'm talking to Bob.
He's not talking to you, you fool. He can't understand me. I don't know why I bother.
You fool!
You fool! You fool!
I'm gonna set up on the anvil.
All right. And Zali is doing everything he can to make sure there's a nice fire going in here. And all you break out some trail rations, and everybody subtract another day's worth of trail rations.
Alright. How much is that exactly? One?
Just one from your inventory. It's like 3 or 4 pounds of food, but you guys have been here for the better part of a day.
Alright, 9. We should be all at...
I'm at 8.
I'm at 8.
Yeah,
Okay, now
I'm also
at
at 8.
8 too.
I only bought a couple of rations just the day we left.
All right. So
Uh,
you guys take a short rest. Any of you want to roll hit dice to heal, you can right now, but this is where we're going to call it for the night.
Okay, yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
2 hours
I'm getting
after we
a
said
headache.
we would stop.
Yeah.
Headache. I have a headache so bad it should be illegal.
So on the plus side, Dave for once got an achievement for landing getting the
D&D be like that.
getting the bit of the game, where you fucking bitch slaps it. Sends a fire, you bitch slap it.
Plus initiative or plus constitution?
Constitution for healing, Jesus.
Can I get one still slap back?
Holy cow. That's a lot of healing. Wait,
Alright.
that's wrong dice, shit. That's the wrong
I'm back
dice.
up to full.
Can I get one spell slot back?
Yes, you can. Evelyn can as well.
Alright, I choose to do that.
All right.
I'm back to 3.
Did Elin take
I
any
don't-
damage this entire game?
Okay.
Nope, I don't think so.
She's a wizard.
It's the
I think I did when I was the spider and I got hit with the wind.
The
And
wind
then I
was
healed and then wasn't hit after that.
How much XP do we each gain?
That's a good question. Hang on. 2 goblins and 4 goblins. 325. 625. Really quick, hang on.
mathematics.
How many
Math.
are you?
What?
How many of you are there?
I don't know.
Does the dragon count?
The dragon does
1,
count.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Alright, the lot of you gain 90 XP each.
What's 650 plus 90?
650 plus 90 is 740.
Thank you.
800.
And mental math.
Hold on, say that again.
100.
90 XP.
Wait, 90 or 98? 90, right?
9-0.
Okay, got it. Okay, thanks. Thank you, kind sir. Would you like some gumdrops?
I will slap your dick.
Oh, I like that very much.
On the second thought, I changed my mind. I would like to not do that.
I,
Please
ret-
actually reconsider.
I officially retract my threat of Dix.
I will use my bonus action to reconsider.
And as you guys all post up on the rope,
I feel disgust as a reaction.
you all take a seat, find some nice seating on the rubble in order to eat your rations. Mordecai called the anvil. Yohak doesn't seem to give a shit. He just curls up right next to the chest and just seems to stare into the fire.
Dave sits, slumps next to Johan, goes, sup?
I hope we get out of this dungeon soon.
Oh, don't worry, we'll
yeah.
get it soon. Only a matter of time.
I long to see the sky again. I wish to fly.
Alright. Zali kind of like let's have a little laugh in agreement as he's poking at the fire.
Yohak sort of jerks his head towards him. He understands.
Yes, Zali's yes. I like the dungeon. I wish to be up in the sky and fly around. The dungeon is claustrophobic to me.
And if you don't fly often enough, your wings just get cramps in them. It's unpleasant.
That exact, and Dave goes, I'm pretty sure Bob might do that.
Well, not all of us can be birds. Or bird-sized. Yohak rolls his eyes.
Yes, I suppose that's right. It's really boring, rather. Anyone know any fun things to do? Last time?
Have you ever heard of Liar's Dice?
No, I have not.
I think I have.
Yohak takes the two sets of dice off from around his neck and empties both of the pouches into each of his hands and says, it's a very simple game. In fact, bring the viewers over, I'll show you. And over the course of the short rest, he teaches you all how to play a simple game called Liar's Dice, where it's kind of like poker, where each player gets a cup and 4 6-sided dice, and they shake them up, and they roll the dice, and they keep the rolls secret. And the object of the game is to guess the... I've got the rolls right here, actually. The object of the game is to guess the right number and face of dice that both players in total have. And you play a few rounds with him, and he proves to be very cunning and very adept. You don't wager anything, obviously, but a few rounds for fun.
Dave knows to himself, never try and swindle this dragon, for he will...
Oh, that reminds me.
Yeah?
My older brother taught me this game. First you roll your dice, you keep it concealed from other players, and then, when the first player begins bidding, they announce the face value and minimum number of dice that the player believes are showing that value under all of the cups. You can have 2 people playing this game, 3, 4, up to 6, if you want things to get nice and complicated.
I love complicated. They don't realize what they've lost late with things like that.
The climax of the game is after turns are rotating among the players in a clockwise order. Each player has 2 choices during their turn. They can either make a higher bid based on the number of dice, or make a higher bid for the face of dice. So say the bidding starts at 2 1s. The next player can say 2 2s, or 3 1s, or even 3 2s, or 4 4s. But it always ends when you get the maximum amount of dice, and 6. At that point, somebody has to call liar.
Makes sense to me.
Indeed. Would you like to roll? Let's do a
Sure.
little... Alright, roll 46 then.
Roll 46.
Yes.
Okay, 4d6. It'll be fun.
All right, hang on. I'm rolling 4d6 of my own as well. In fact, I'm rolling.
Can I also roll?
This is happening between one person at a time.
Alright.
This is technically the end of the session. If one of you just wants to, if any of you want to just sign off, then go ahead. But this is a little bit of light RP.
I just want to play this. I just want to see how this game.
All right, he rolls his own.
Oh, my whole phone.
Would you like to begin the bidding?
I'm gonna leave.
Sure.
All right. Good night to those who are
Good
leaving.
night. Good night.
Good night, Alex.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
And Michaela. She really is the wild child in the D&D.
Yeah.
Thank you. I haven't left yet.
I wonder if it was even like. I wonder if it was even like intentional. Like the parallels are just like.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
What kind of elf, right? Is like fucking an arsonist? How come you haven't done the fucking forest already?
That's one of the things I love about Elin, is that you usually think, oh, it's the human, or oh, it's the dragonborn, or oh, they're a sorcerer. You never think it's going to be the wood elf druid who's going to
Yeah,
love
like-
fire.
It's like, nah, here comes this 4'11", real tiny. She's like, hey, what's the plot? How you doing?
How you doing? Alright, thanks, Joey Tribbiani.
That was
Cheers, guys.
kind of...
See you around.
All right, see ya.
I want to see how this game goes.
All right.
I'm gonna go to
I mean,
bed.
he also just
I was all like,
wiped
dead ass
everybody in the
tired,
card
I feel
game,
like-
apparently.
All right, those who stay, stay, and those who go, go. This is just a little
What do you-
game session, a little bit of role play just for fun.
Okay, I have a question. Before you
See
guys
how long
start,
it can stick around.
didn't Elin have a flute?
He had an instrument. That much I can remember.
Yeah, I remember having an instrument. I'm pretty sure flute, but I had an instrument, right?
Yeah,
Check your.
I checked.
it's
I
part of...
checked and it wasn't there, and I was just like, I was so confused. I thought I had a flute.
Yeah, you do have a flute.
Okay. Well, while you guys are playing your game, I'm gonna go sit in this corner and on my play my flute.
Out of curiosity, right?
Yes.
What would this be an idea for a really dumb bard? A guy who plays a triangle instrument.
That'd
Uh,
be Dave.
Kind of. You hear the music?
Dave was a bug.
Courtesy of
Dave
Elin.
ever dies, if Dave ever dies, that's the guy who's gonna be placing a triangle ball.
Well, I'm
Oh god.
mighty flattered that you think you can get rid of me that easily.
Well, you never know. Death comes to all.
Are you going to bid or not?
Yes, I'm gonna.
Remember, number of dice and the face of the dice, and that's how many you think there are under both of our cups.
Wait, so number of dice and.
Two
face of the
ones, 1, 2. Started at whatever number of dice and whatever face of dice you wish, but know that both numbers can only go up. They can't go down.
Wait, number of dice, face of dice. I'm confused now.
So there are 8 dice in play, and each die can have a maximum value of 6.
Yeah.
So starting off the bet is usually a 1. There's got to be at least one dice with 1, having rolled a 1 among all of them, yes?
Yes, that seems pretty rational.
But there's just as equally likely a possibility that there are 2 2s, or 2 3s, or a
Yes.
4,
Yes.
and you have to get it right.
Of course.
Don't fuck it up, Dave.
Okay, so
Remember, the
start-
bids are only valid if at least as many of the face value in any wild aces are showing as were bid. So, if you bid for 4s and I call you a liar, making that assumption, if you bid for 4s and I call you a liar, then we reveal the dice, and if there are at least 4 4s, then you win. But if there aren't at least 4 4s, then I win. Yes?
out of I'm trying to wrap my head around the rules and drawing a blank.
Okay. Out of character then. You roll the dice. There are 8 dice in play, and each dice can roll something between 1 and 6. The objective of the game is to basically make bids between the different players
Yeah.
until somebody says liar, and then all the dice are revealed. And depending on what the last bid was, if that bid was right and a minimum and it meets the minimum number of that bid, the number of dice that have that facing up, then the guy who made that bid wins. But if it's not the case, then the person who called liar wins.
So it goes like this. So there are 8 dice in, right?
Mhm.
I assume that means that since the 2 of us are playing, it's 4-4.
Yes.
Okay, so the first person starts the bid by saying, you know
What is your
the
bid?
First,
I bet you were shining nickel.
my 4.
A 4.
Yes.
I would like to say a 5 then.
Let's see. How about 2?
2 5s.
Yes.
Liar. And he reveals his dice. What rolls did you have?
I had 5 1 1 2.
He had 5 3 3 2. There are 2 5s in play. He called you liar on 2 5s. That means you win.
Oh,
Ooh,
And he
shit.
would you believe that Dave had no idea what the fuck he was doing? It's like, oh, okay,
again. Best of 3.
sure, no problem. Let's have some fun. It's no fun if only one person gets a win.
Roll 4 more dice.
Okay.
And for the
Yeah,
record,
probably-
I'm covering my section of the screen that shows what dice you roll. So I'll start. 2 1s.
2 1s. Wait. I don't role play. Can I do like different
Can you do different what?
2 different numbers? Like
Yes,
3, 1.
you can.
Okay, all right.
You can.
I'm
You
going
can.
to do 3 4.
3 4s.
Yeah.
I say 4 4s.
4 4. I'm going to say 2 3s.
You can't go back down. Remember that. We're at 4 4s, and it's either 5 4s, 4 5s, or anything higher on each side.
Right. Okay.
Do you think?
In that
Unless
case, I
you
call
think
lie.
me a liar.
I guess I call lie.
All right. He's got a 4, a 4, a 2, and a 1. What do you have?
4 3 5 2.
4 3 5 and 2. Then I lose again. I
Boy,
thought-
you be losing.
As a to be
Good
to be
bluff.
completely honest, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
No, like you're doing it just right. Like you, here's the thing: 3 4s were in play, and you made him think that you had 3 4s, and he went, "I've got 2 4s. I'm gonna say 4 4s and see if he calls liar." But you didn't have 3 4s, so you just basically baited him into like.
You think there's a strategy? I shit you not. I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
He's just saying words. And
I'm just like, I see 4s. I have 4. I have like that's my mind right now.
One more round, then. I'm out of practice. This time I'll get you.
All right, let's have some fun. I really do hope I lose at least this time. Again, not winning once is fun.
Best of 5, then.
Fine, it is. Okay,
I'll start again this time.
right.
2 2s.
You choose. I choose 4 6.
Liar.
All right. I have 1 5 6 4.
3 4 2 and 2. Ha! You see? You did the dumbest thing in the book. You jumped straight to 6s.
At that point, Dave his mouth and goes, "Yes, I did." And I
Again,
did.
the
Shame
best
on
of
me.
5.
All right, you're on. Now I feel like I'm not doing a British. I'm doing some fucking weird accent. If I'm doing.
listen, I have gone southern in this session. I have gone. I don't even know.
Western. I heard you do a Texan accent.
Listen, I was gonna bring out like salad finger. I like crusty spoon.
Oh, no, please
And
no,
then I
please
chose
no,
not to do that.
That's great.
no.
Listen, it's my.
Okay, I rolled my 4 dice.
Alright, one moment.
I like rusty spoon.
Damn it,
I like the way.
I started up a new batch of recording, and that's the first thing that it hears. I like rusty spoons.
I like the feel on my salad fingers.
That's gross. I don't even remember what movie that's from.
That's what
Salad
Salad It's on YouTube.
Oh goodness.
Have
Have you guys seen Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
I've also watched the film theory on it.
That's gross.
It was a good acting, pretty well. It's pretty
You
well.
wanna know a really funny fact about me? It's not I don't like horror movies.
How was that funny?
I don't know. I feel
That
like
is actually kind of funny. I figured you would like horror movies.
Really?
Okay, like I'm not big on them. I don't like anything paranormal because I believe in that kind of stuff.
Same.
I don't like jump scares. Jump scares will make me shake like a chihuahua and possibly cry.
Absolutely, same thing.
But like I'll sit here and watch like endings explained. So they basically just talk the whole movie and tell you what happens at the end and explain it. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go watch it.
Yeah, I enjoy that too, especially with like a film where they like explain like certain concepts behind certain hormones and I go, that's fucking creative.
Like there's certain movies that I'm like, I've watched it, so I know exactly what's gonna happen. But I'm like, oh, I still want to watch.
Yeah.
Like, my first horror movie was Children of the.
Oh no.
I sat there laughing.
That was nice for a horror movie.
That's scary.
I guess my
I don't know.
horror movie, technically speaking, was actually a scary movie. Not even a horror movie, but that was
What?
my first movie.
Okay, what's one movie you can't watch?
That's tough.
Like you've seen it, but like you can't stand to watch it.
Oh, what the fuck was it? That movie, fuck. It's, shoot. Nostalgia Critic reviewed this movie a while.
I think it's The Mist for me.
And he
The
showed
Mist?
clips of it. Oh, really?
I've seen parts of The Mist.
Really?
You know what mine is?
Or tell you what, no. I know what it is. It's Alien. It's any of the Alien movies.
I've never seen Alien. I've seen the
Really?
video game.
Why?
I just cannot stand the thought of a creature like that existing out there. It just
Like,
scares the
oh,
shit out of me.
Okay, you want to know mine?
Hit it.
So mine is Twister.
Really?
Have you ever seen it? It's about the tornadoes.
I know what it is. Are you fucking
I
serious?
Yes.
I can't watch it without having a panic attack.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
So I'm actually like I'm not as scared now, but I used to be like terrified of thunder. I'm more terrified of tornadoes now that I'm older, so it just freaks me out
Huh.
because it's like that could happen, and it could happen here. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good. It
I
happened in Vaughn. That's close.
I was really similar when I was a lot younger. When I was in grade school, back when my family took road trips to Florida during the summer, we would always stay there until it looked like a hurricane was on the horizon, and then we'd just dip out. But I was always
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
yeah, but I was always paranoid, absolutely paranoid about like the thought that we would get caught in a hurricane, and so I basically became our weather radar, and I'd always keep track of the weather. And one season in like 2010 or 2011, we literally have a hurricane riding our asses all the way back up through Mississippi.
Wow.
And we're just driving in the rain, and there's just a point where it's just like we hear over the radio, yeah, there's a tornado crossing Highway 17, and just like a horror movie, what passes us but the sign on the side of the road that says that we're on Highway 17, and we're just like,
I'm on the highway.
yeah.
No. Okay, so mine stems from my grandfather. My grandfather's a big weather freak, storm freak. And we were moving, and he was helping us move, and it was like storming, it was raining, and I can't remember what happened, but he basically like yelled at me to stay inside and like freaked the hell out of me. And so like Zoe's like, keep your eye to the sky. So I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just
Should we get back?
I just wanna add my own like 2 cents to this. I think I know what movie I can. I remember now.
okay. What is it?
I'm not an arachnophobe, right? But spiders scare the fucking daylights out of me, right? And there was this movie about spiders that are intelligent and use like hunting tactics to fucking kill people and shit. And that movie was made to fucking freak. I watched one scene. I was like on the fucking other side of my room, going nope,
Yeah.
and fucking left.
Have you heard of Crypt TV? It's on
No.
YouTube. Okay, it's on YouTube. Honestly, it's horror, but like it's so good. Like I won't watch it alone, but I like it.
There you go.
But like, they do like the twist on like fairy tales and stuff.
Ah,
It's like so like it's really good. I
actually
suggest.
dark.
Man, all this talk about horror movies with a giant black window next to my desk is making my skin crawl. Can we get back to Liar's Dice?
There's like a,
I'm
You're
not.
gonna see Dave's face. Like
You're talking to somebody who, when he was 12, went and saw like horror movies in the theater, and he was like, I was screaming along with the girls. Like, that was me in grade school.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that shit.
my parents were responsible. The one time I got scared when I was a kid was when I was watching an alien show. Okay, let me paint the picture, right? Alien,
God.
like episode of like a show.
Can we? No offense, man. Can we please get off this topic? I have enough trouble sleeping.
It's like, alright, I'll tell you guys another time. Alright,
All right. So,
okay.
would you like to bid first, or should I?
And
Would you like to bid first, or should I?
I'll try bidding first. Let's go with the good old-fashioned 2, number 2.
Just a 2.
Yes, number 2.
I say 2 2s.
2 2s. Will I raise that up with a 3 4?
3 4s. I say 2 6s.
2 6s. Well, somebody's got to call liar now. Don't.
All right. He has a 6, a 6, a 2, and a 1.
I have a 2, 3, 3, and 4.
Then I win this hand, it seems. We're at
Well,
2 versus 2.
Looks like you're getting your game back together.
It has been a while. A few years, at least.
Well, it doesn't look like a day over 200. Alright. Since you won the last run, I only think it's fair that you go for...
Very well. A 1.
Ah, classic. How about a 6 5?
6 5s?
Yes.
Liar.
Right. I have 2 5 6 4.
I have 3 1s and a 4. I win.
Well played, sir.
That is the other great mistake of this game, is that unless you are absolutely certain, never go higher than 4 when you're picking the number of faces.
Duly noted.
Because, of course, you've only got 4 available to you, unless you're a gambling man and there's more than 2 people. Then the second you hit 5, and the enemy knows they don't have that number, they know you're bluffing.
Ah,
Piece
I'll
of
keep that in
advice.
mind.
He nods.
I'll keep that in mind.
It was good playing with you. In
It
fact,
was.
make a charisma
Got the
test.
The what?
Make a charisma test.
Oh, okay. I don't know if this will go well. Rating. Funny enough, my charisma is 0, so you know. Okay, so flat D20, right?
D20 plus your charisma. If it's 0, then it's just a
Oh.
D20.
I have another question. How do you tell if
Okay.
you're trained in
He takes one of the dice bags, and they're kind of both tied together and hanging on his neck, or they were. He takes one of the dice bags, packs up the little bone dice, ties it up, and hands the leather pouch full with 4 dice in it to you.
Dave blinks and goes, "Isn't that your dice? Aren't you gonna
They are. He's lost the accent. They are. And I can give them to whomever I see fit. 4 dice is
sure?
perfectly enough to 4 dice is perfectly enough for me.
I see. I accept the gift. Dave accepts the gift and goes,
Add to
Thank
your
you for
inventory 1 set of 4 6-sided one set of bone dice worth 25
Okay.
gold pieces.
just get down there. One set of a bone dice.
Set of bone dice, 25 GP, worth 25 gold pieces.
What the fuck
Yohawk
is it?
says, consider that an investment.
Well,
For
but it
even
doesn't-
though you and your familiar struck me earlier in this dungeon, I find you've become far more agreeable as I've been traveling with you.
see, I tend to have that effect on people, and since you made this investment, I plan on playing this game as many times as I can so that one, perhaps I might actually invest you.
He chuckles. at the thought of that and says, I look forward to it. And when we get out of this dungeon, I'll be more than happy to give you a seat at the table, if ever you come and find where I am. I have places to go. When I'm out of here, if you find me again, and you utter the name Yohak in my presence, or the presence of any of my other retainers, know that you'll be welcome.
I offer that extension to you as well, friend.
You see a crocodile smile split his reptilian cheeks. I intend to cash in on that. And with that, he crosses an arm and sits down next to the fire and closes his eyes.
Dave, laying down on. Does he have a bedroll now? Because I remember
Yeah.
he was stealing.
You grave robbed Zarmorn of his bedroll.
It's like,
In
take
your
your
defense,
bedroll.
in your defense, you did promise that you wouldn't burn it.
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you're such a good friend. I would have burned it.
Before he lies on it, he pats it and goes and whispers to the bedroll, "Don't worry, your time will come soon."
Whispers to
And
the
then he
bedroll.
lies
I love rusty spoons. And that's where we're ending the. And that's where we're ending the recording for tonight. Oh goodness.